Hey guys, how you doing? This is Strider Prime, and like I promised, I'm going to do a review on my newest acquisition, the Samsung Q10 Full HD Memory Camcorder. This camcorder came out last month. It was actually featured at the CES 2011 CES show in Las Vegas, and it has some great cool features for us consumers to use when we're on our vacation or recording things like me building Gundam kits. Now, let me give you a little backstory here and the reason why I picked this up. Of course, everybody should know that I no longer am using the Bloggy. The Sony Bloggy is gone. I sold it, and I'm sorry I didn't put up a video letting you guys know that I am going to sell it. Just didn't feel right for me to actually tell that to everybody, and everybody expecting something out of it, so sorry about that. But I used the funds for that, saved up a little bit more money, and decided to get something even better. I was looking for something a little bit more feature rich, and has a lot of options than what my Sony Bloggy had. I know that there was a new one came out, but I really don't care about that one. I cared for something a little bit more advanced. Excuse me. Therefore, I started looking around at JVC, looked at Panasonic, obviously looked at Sony, and at one point I was prepared to get myself a Canon, and there was a new one coming out as well. But this one caught my eye. It was reasonably priced. It has a sticker price of $299, and for what it's worth, it does fit the bill to what I need. So let's look at the contents of, actually let's look at the actual camcorder itself and see what it has to offer. Now, from this side, you'll have the Samsung moniker and, of course, the description of the Full HD option. And there are some features here that I will cover as we look at the camcorder. From the front, you have a lens cap, two microphones here, and it tells you here that it's a 20 times digital zoom lens, but it also is a 10 times optical. So it's 5 times optical, or 5 times more, or I say 50% more than what I had on the Bloggy. On this side, you have the wrist strap, which I really like. You can expand it out or contract it like that. I really like this over the little hanging noose thing that's on my current Canon camera. Also here, you have the option to open and close the shutter, which I like it. It's not it stays in the place that locks, so you don't have to exit. You don't think that you don't have the how can I say this? You're not worried that the lens cap did not close properly. So once you hear it click, you're fine. There's nothing special above here other than some information. Now on the bottom, you have the you have your port for the tripod, which can fit any tripods these days. I for one like to use this little guy right here, or the device that's holding my Canon camera. Then of course you have the compartment here to access the battery, and the SD card that slides into here. So this camcorder can hold up to 32 gigabytes SD cards. Now on the back, you have this feature here, this compartment here, that you can open up, and this charges your battery. This doesn't come with a separate charger to charge your battery. It'll do it from the camcorder, and you have the option of either charging it through an AC adapter that plugs here, or through a USB adapter to your computer. It'll be a little slower, but that's like a secondary option. Then you have your record button, or your taking your photograph button here. Then you have your rocker for telephoto or wide angle zoom lens right there. Now this camcorder will turn on the minute you open the door. And there it is. Right now it's registering that there is no card, and there is no the door is the shutter's closed. So if I open up the shutter, there she goes. Now it's looking at everything I see here. It swivels about I think up to there, and then you can close it, and then you can view your items like this. And it'll also switch over to the viewing feature the minute you do this. Now, before we go looking on all the features that's here, I should show you this little compartment. Here you can hook up your mini HDMI cable. I think this is for the composite cable. I'm not too sure. I didn't read up on that. And here is the USB cable where you can not only charge the battery, but you can also upload your photographs or videos onto your computer or laptop. And a very convenient door. Now, let's look at these options that this camcorder has. Now, you have the option of switching from photo and then to camera mode by just touching the screen. This is a full touchscreen keyboard right there. This option here tells you that it's an auto mode, so it'll automatically adjust to your surroundings. This option here controls the zoom option, which I guess there's a reason why you want to choose that. But so I think this is a little bit more precision if you don't want to use the rocker here. And then clicking on this will bring you to the album mode, where it will show all the photographs and videos that you recorded during on your camera. And then of course you have the normal options of the battery indicator, the whether you have if you have full HD on, macro mode, or whatever. Also, if you tap the screen, it will remove those options so that way you can view what you're recording. Now, clicking on this navigation button right here brings you to the options menu on what you want to do. Now, Smart Auto is what the camera was set to. Manual Auto will give you a list of options that you want to use. Whether you want to, oh, the wrong one, sorry about that. If you want to, hold on a second. If you want to change the white balance to whatever options you want, I think this is the exposure. That's the exposure setting. If you want to turn on or off your black light, which is actually a great feature. Like right now, I turn it off and the screen's a little darker now, but if I turn it back on again, it illuminates the screen a bit better. This is a feature that I really am going to enjoy. And I also have a self-timer if you want to start recording at a specific time frame. And of course, continuous shots. Obviously, by selecting these two, this automatically goes to camera mode, so it's only for camera options, not for video record options. When you go to the art film option, and I gotta switch over to video mode, you have three options here. The first option happens to be the fader. In the description that you're seeing, in the video that you're seeing right now, I began recording the ocean, but the camera immediately fades into the frame of the picture, and then once you're done recording and you stop recording, it actually fades out back to black, and then you have a good effect. An interesting feature. I like that, especially if you don't have video encoding programs that does that option, but pretty much a lot of them do, but it's a nice feature on this. Clicking on this option, you have the option of time-lapse recording. Now I have tested the time-lapse options. I've tested it for the 0.5 second time-lapse recording, as you see there in this video. I have done it for the 1 frame per second video and the 5 frames, the 1 frame per second every 5 seconds video. Hopefully I said that correctly. But it's a great feature. I kind of liked it. I don't know what I will use it for. Maybe I'll do it for a speed build or something like that. Who knows? Now, the next option. These are the digital effects that this camera has to offer. You have the choice of either black and white, when you record your videos in black and white, sepia, or yeah, sepia, C-I-P-I-A, interesting effect, negative, which basically inverts all the colors. Then you have art, interesting effect there, noir, the next one is western, and dazzle. Oh, and there's one other feature, ghost. I don't know why ghost is there, but I bet you somebody's going to tell me the reason why. Please note, all these features are also available in camera mode as well, as you can see there. Going back to the menu again, and then you click on album. Obviously you've already seen this. You see here you can view both your videos and your photographs. And I think this has some editing features in the camera, but I for one don't like to use those editing features because I'd rather do it on my computer, and I don't want to waste battery life on this camcorder. And then finally, of course, you have the settings. Now in shooting mode, and then go to video resolution, you have three resolutions. You have 480 resolution at 60p, 720 resolution, which is actually 1280 by 720 at 60p, and then you have 1080p at 60i. And by the way, this is 1920 by 1080, not the 1440. That's what I chose for this. For the resolution, you only have 2 versions. You have the 4.9 and 2 megapixel, which basically both are widescreen shots. Then you have some unique features that allows you to set your camera to digital stabilization, digital macro, and then of course digital zoom, telemacro and digital zoom. Playback, it has other options here that I haven't covered yet, but you can pretty much get the gist of it. Yeah, pretty much it. Now, what other another unique feature that this camera has, and I'm going to have to zoom out so you guys can see this. And I'll take my GNX3 ALOS type to do a little demonstration here so you guys can see what it can do. I'm not recording, but I want to show you a cool feature. Now, you see this? You see how the camera is looking at the kit? Watch what I do. You see that? The camera automatically adjusts itself for both left and right-handed users. So for those of you who are left-handed, this is a great camera to get because it will adjust to what you record. Please note, it will only work when you're not recording. The minute you hit record and you turn, it will of course go turn upside down. That's normal. I guess maybe that's one of the unique features of this camera at its base price, or at its starting price, and you're only limited to that. I think maybe if there are more advanced camcorders, will allow you to switch and record while you're recording, which is a unique feature. So that's pretty much it of the Samsung Q10. And for those of you who want to know what the model number is, it is the HMX Q10 BD XAA. I think there are two colors. One's in black and I think the other one's in blue or purple. I have no idea, but go to Samsung's website and check it out. Now that's the end of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 as I begin recording using this camcorder.